Today I'm going to show you this really simple glowy rose golden makeup. It's going to suit all complexions. You don't need to be an expert. It's really quick and easy to do. Please feel free to use up whatever you already have and just follow the same steps. I'm going to use this new Bobbi brown collection from my friend Hannah. I'm so proud of her and I can't wait to get stuck in. I'm going to start with some highlighter around the brow bones. Now, the thing with these kind of rose golden shimmers and glitters is they look really pretty and they're very easy to recreate if there's no harsh lines. So don't worry about this being perfect or really symmetrical, because the whole idea is that everything kind of blends in together. Now, before I do too much on the eyes or lay down any powder shadows, I'm going to start to trace a bit of a smudgy line with a soft brown, and I'm buffing this out using a pencil brush. And the reason I'm putting this liner on is that I want to give us the option further into the makeup to lay glitter over this if we want to, and having something a bit deeper will mean that the glitter will pop if we choose to jazz it up that bit more. Now, the creamier your liner, the more flexibility you have to get your wings more even. So I'm roughly tracing what I think will be an even wing. And then because this is a lovely creamy formula, I can just use the thing's blurred, hasn't it? I can just use my finger to sculpt it in so that they're a perfect match. And again, with my pencil brush, I'm just softening the edge. And I'm looking a bit further away to check that they're actually even. Now I'm going to build this into a bit more of a smoky eye. So I'm going to take a champagne colour all over the lid. One of the great things about doing this is it helps all of these colours to just kind of seamlessly sit on the skin, but also having something on that lid is going to prevent any transfer from my liner or mascara, because that will kind of act to absorb shine, which will then mean that none of those things get moisture in them and transfer. Then with a softer, slightly fluffier brush, I'm just going to start to build a little bit more colour around where that liner was. So starting to smoke out the edge of that line. And as I say, we're going to go back to that again and really buff that out. See how this is really soft, but there's no real beginning or end to anything. Everything is just getting a little bit smokier as we go. And we've almost completely lost that line, but don't worry, we're going to get it back. This is optional, but I'm going to take a little bit of the chocolatey brown under the lash line, because if we end up adding more glitter, which I'm definitely going to do, that means I've got a little bit of colour under here and it kind of contrasts with the glitter to make it pop even more. And the great thing about chocolatey colours, as you can see already, is that they really make every eye colour pop. And now that I'm happy with the smokiness of everything, I'm going to take a little bit of Moonstone. This is kind of an eyeshadow topper. This is from Hannah's kit. And I'm going to layer that over where the softest colour was. And then hopefully what we have is this lovely smokiness, lovely moments of glitter that catch the light, but again, no real start or finish to where any of these things begin or end. Tidy up my complexion here. Just to completely confuse you, I'm wearing today Fairlight in the CC cream because I don't have any tan on. So if you're ever curious about the shades and what each shade looks like, I do have a bit of bronzer on too, but that is Fairlight in action. Now, I've buffed so much over that liner that I'm going to go back and retrace my steps. So just kind of close to the lash line. I don't want to lose the smudginess of all of this, but equally I want to get back the intensity of the liner. Now, to add some intensity, I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. Again, this is from Hannah's kit. And to do this, I'm zigzagging at the root of the lashes and then like a few big blinks to really coat them, make sure they're covered in mascara, and then you can use the brush to tease and make sure that that all sits in the right place and that you're happy with the shape of your lashes. And now I'm just going to add a nice bit of luminosity to my complexion in general. So I'm going back in with a highlighter through the brow bones there. I'm going to take some just along the high points of the cheeks, almost marrying into those brows. When I put blusher on, if I put blusher on actually, I'm not sure whether I will. I kind of like the idea of keeping it a bit fresher. But what you could also do is almost take the edge of this over where you're going to put your blush, so that by the time you put that on, again, everything kind of sings together. but actually this is Pink Glow, which is quite rose golden in itself. Let me try and zoom in on this. So this is a beautiful one for matching all complexions. This used to be something that I used a lot when I worked at Selfridges. I would always go over to Bobbi Brown actually, because it was one place to sit down that had everything. And the rose golden works well with lots of different complexions, but on a fairer complexion like mine, it kind of gives the illusion that you've added a little bit of bronzer or blusher. So I think I'm going to leave that as it is. And what I will be finishing the look with is my Kosas brow gel. Do you know something, over the last few months, lots of the time if I'm trying things, I'll just wear them on a long day, won't film with them, want to give them a proper run through. And Kosas is a brand that when I've tried things, I've been like, I'm going to use that again, I'm going to use that again. I'm incredibly lucky. I get to try lots of different brands, new launches, things, you know, it's very, very fortunate position to be in. And so for that reason, you can be like, I'm going to try this one tomorrow or that one tomorrow. And I keep coming back to Kosas. So I'll do some kind of video on this for you and a few of the things that I'm liking. To be really honest, I haven't been on the website. I know nothing about the brand ethos. I haven't done my research with them. All I know is brows, bronzer, they've got a lovely powder, they've got some lovely lippies, there's a brow pencil I've used. They have really, really become like one of my favourite things that I've enjoyed using this year. So there we have a lovely Hannah-inspired rose golden makeup. Just to mention about that kit while I'm showing you, it came this morning with a little note that said this feels like a really full circle moment for me because I get to do a partnership with the brand that I started my career with. And you know what? It felt like a really full circle moment for me because classic Hannah, I was with Hannah yesterday and she's too busy asking you like how you are and how's your mom to even remember to tell you that you've got this lovely thing coming in the post tomorrow. But I first met Hannah when she was at Bobbi Brown and I was at Selfridges. And I was thinking back to it this morning and thinking, I think it was the first time we met. We were on the shop floor in Selfridges and we'd gone for like a little wander. And I remember we were both like really opening up and saying things, and she laughed and said, how am I like telling you all of this stuff? We've only just met. But we had a lot of mutual friends and things. But Hannah has come to be like a really, really special friend and someone I'm so glad to have met through my job. And listen, it's Black Friday week that I'm going to be sharing this video. You are bombarded with a million things. I'm bombarded. I've woken up to a million emails every single day. But Hannah is someone that doesn't have a bad bone in her body. She's the nicest person. She is such a great makeup artist. Even last night, I was having one of those days where I just looked like, do you know those days? Hannah just looks immaculate every time you see her. Like if I was going to trust anyone to do my makeup or buy makeup from or anything, it would be her. So if you are looking to treat yourself or get a nice gift for someone, that is truly one of the loveliest things you could look to do it with. But anyway, have a lovely day. Thank you so much for sending video ideas and working through them. Please feel free to let me know in the comments if there's a particular colour or something that you'd like to see, and I'll chat to you soon. Take care.